We have to have grace for ourselves when we're doing the caregiving, and we have to have grace for the person that we're caring for. And a big part of that to me is that when you're caring for them, you need patience as much as we can. And that's hard. I'm not always a patient person, but I try. But they no longer can control what they're thinking and what they're doing and what they're feeling. And it's very difficult. Um, I think if we can step back as much as possible, whether it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour is optimum, but you have to take those breaks to walk away from it because it will build up. My mom made the comment when I talked to her, she said, it is a living hell watching them go through all of this and knowing you can do nothing about it. And having gone through it more than once, she said the best thing you can do is love and care for each other and know that it's never going to be easy. There's no easy way for it to be done. So don't take it on yourself. It's going to take you down quickly, health-wise.
Yeah, I think that's where so many caregivers really struggle, whether it's financially or just being more socially isolated now. Having that community to rely upon is more challenging than ever compared to when, people lived more close to their extended family. And this is where I think asking for a very detailed and specific ask, like, can you come for an hour on Thursday while I go? A lot of times I know a lot of my patients don't want to ask because they don't want to be a burden for other people. And so it's the primary caregiver that takes it on all for him or herself. And that it's easy for people who are not in that situation to say, take a break, but it's definitely more difficult for the person who is doing that caregiving to have to step back and take a break. And find someone who's willing to help, as well as being able to financially afford that help. Um, all of that is where I think as a society, we could do better at supporting caregivers. Sometimes people have even asked, like, how could I do this work? Because it is watching people decline and telling people that they have dementia or memory changes. And I think to me, it's always been about presence rather than a cure. The being present to the best of our ability, bearing witness to what they're going through, whether as a end of life doula or medical professional or even family member. I think that is such a sacred thing.
Yes.
And it's not something that is a cure, obviously, but it's definitely something that people need and may not have anyone to even bear presence or to be along for that journey.